In the beginning, we were born. Then we grew. Everything we knew was new.
Are you gonna spread love or hate? Are you gonna spread love or hate? Are you gonna spread love or hate?
See the world through different eyes. Realize it's all fairy tales and blue skies. Everyone is wearing a mask in disguise, covering up their issues with betrayals and lies. As we wish we could see through our childhood eyes. I ask you, I ask you,
are you gonna spread love or hate?
Are you gonna spread that love?
Are you gonna spread love or hate? Are you gonna spread love or hate?
Everything we do and everything we're taught. I guess we all had bigger problems, and then when we saw the battles that were won and the fights that were fought, we never absorbed all the hate and distraught. Spread that love. So spread that love. And let each other in, or feed into temptation and ultimate sin, to learn what we didn't learn right from the start, because nowhere there was place in my heart for hate. As we wish you could see through our childhood eyes once again, I ask you, spread love.
I'm gonna spread love or hate. I'm gonna spread love or hate. I'm gonna spread love or hate.
Love.
Rawr.
What is your profession? Problems on the beat. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. Call it luck, I'm just getting what I reap. Should've died, angels kept me on my feet. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. I never go another winter without heat. Gotta face it, just can't turn the other cheek. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. They know me very well, I ain't live no fairy tale. All the work that I put in, they know I ain't gonna tell.
going.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know, if I could have just one more car problem, I think it would just be, it's crazy.
I'm thinking that you would lose some more hair.
I don't even know where I have more hair to lose. The lady down there at the shot does a good job on the old Brazilian.
Hey, there you
I'm
go.
sure.
There you go.
Rip. All right. I think we are back
Wonder how
on,
much
guys. Are we seeing the video? You guys see us yet?
All right, sweet.
All right. So
So, technical difficulties, of
Woo.
course, them fucking Mondays.
the damn Mondays.
Yeah.
So there's so much shit going on, but you know
Yes.
what? Since we're kind of getting behind, and we got people in the lobby that's like, "What the hell's going on?" And God, let's just go
know.
straight to our
Yeah,
dude
let's
because you know
yep.
that's what it's here for.
Jump right into it.
So our awesome, great guest for tonight is the amazing Hard Target.
Hi, Ryan. How are ya?
What's going on, Ryan? Oh, you're still muted.
He's still muted.
Are you unmuted? It is.
It looks like he's still muted.
It looks like you're still muted. Up.
He's got nothing coming through.
Nothing.
Nothing.
This is. So while we sit here and try to get Ryan and
More
Hard
technical-
Target up, this has been a
more-
rough evening on that.
More technical difficulties.
Technical
Hey,
difficulties.
You know what?
This episode is sponsored by FU. When
Oh, shit.
when you just need KY just because.
Just because.
Have
Just
him go.
because.
Have him go ahead and talk.
Are you talking, Ryan? Yeah, his mouth's moving. Yeah, there still can't.
So, anyway.
So how about?
It rained for 4 days.
Oh my
straight.
God! Yeah. So I want to do a little while we're waiting. For everybody out there that knows and been contacting me and everything, I'm doing promotion at the local Thompson House. We are kicking in some original nights. I know they're known for doing some cover shows, but we are turning the Thompson House into a music venue as well.
Absolutely.
We've got multiple shows going. October 15th, though, we might have to change it. It's supposed to be country rap night, but our local boys are not coming in real well.
Yeah. That's
So
unfortunate, too.
October 23rd is going to be rock and roll night. And we've got Hallville. We've got... Oh, there we go.
You are.
You're on
Whatever
now.
You just did.
Whatever. There we go.
There we go.
So without further ado, y'all, we are on with our boy Hard Target.
Target.
What's up, Ryan? After all, I swear we've had more technical
got it
difficulties
down.
tonight than we have in months. So
Yep, absolutely.
Total.
So, how you been? Yes, there we go. I like that.
That's what she said.
So, how have you been? Good. Before we get too far into it, do you want to do any shout outs, plug sponsors? You want to plug the website?
Yes.
Okay.
I love those cheesecake blizzards. I can't eat them now.
So, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, it's FlemingRyan.com, FlemingRyan.com.
I'd say about 4 or 5 years ago when I was doing graphics a lot and I was running like a studio, like a local studio.
Yeah.
I did photography, me and my buddy Brad when we were doing videos, and that website had a lot of stuff on there like for people to contact, but I don't think that's even up anymore, to be honest.
Gotcha.
At least I don't think it is. I haven't paid for the damn thing in years.
Okay, so hometown, Michigan, and moved all the way to Florida. How did that happen?
I was born in Michigan. I don't know it though. Like I think I was 6 months old when I moved to Florida, so I don't. Only thing I remember of Michigan is when we would visit there as kids. You know what I mean? Like we would drive up every couple of years and see like my father's side of the family, because my mother's my mother's grandfather and my mother's father and mother moved to Florida, so pretty much my mother's side of the family was in Florida. So I didn't visit Michigan unless we were visiting like my dad's side of the family.
Gotcha.
So I don't know much about it other than touring. That's what I've learned about Michigan shit.
They got a decent music scene up in Michigan, though. They got a lot of cool
definitely.
places to play and some good fans that support local music.
Yeah.
So 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of, how are you booking? Are you getting dates that are solidified?
Here and there, like if people, my thing is I've toured for a while. Like before I was touring like nonstop without being paid. Like I was getting paid breadcrumbs, and I did it so much that like now like I'm at a point where I can ask for money, and realistically I can make more money sitting at home putting out content versus doing 1 or 2 shows for the amount of money, which it's not bad money. I don't want to sound like ungrateful,
Right.
but it's not worth me like going out contacting promoters and stuff like that for the amount of money I'm getting paid, so to speak, and then setting up the travel and all that stuff. If someone wants to book me, they know how to get a hold of me, and I'll do the show. Usually if I do a show, it's through someone like a mutual friend or something like that. I avoid shows like the plague right now.
Gotcha.
Is it just because you're busy, you got stuff going on, family, or just
COVID.
Man, not even that. I got 3 kids, man.
I understand.
I've missed I think like 5 Halloweens in a row. I've missed for every birthday. I've missed every first step. I've missed, and it's one of those things where I'm thank the Lord, blessed enough to where I could pay my bills by putting out music and putting out content. And with that being said, I'm not going to go chase a few $100 to do a show and drive and be gone from my family 4 or 5 days at a time. Like
Right.
if it makes sense, I'm there. I love performing. One of the main reasons I do music is I love performing. Everything else about touring, I hate it.
Yeah.
The traveling, being out on the road, you're arguing with your friends because it's fucking long drives and shit like that. And not to mention the wear and tear it puts on your body. Like, unlike these other rappers that rap about like turning up and shit, I go out there and I'm 36 years old and drink like I'm 18.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. So it just puts it's damn true, but it just runs a toll on your body. And I'm okay with being at home. There'll come a time where I'll tour again when it makes sense. But as of right now, I'm content with what's going on.
See, I'm kind of getting to the back end of that because I've got 4 kids of my own, and then I've raised several kids, but now they're getting to that age now where I can barely keep them at home. They're at friends' houses or where, I do a little touring with one of my kids is wrestling. We're all across the country for wrestling, but I'm kind of on that back end where I'm just now starting like, hey, you know what? Let's start getting on some shows again and start touring again. So definitely understand. It's hard. Yeah. It's really hard when you got kids and and you wanna be there. Some people are like, whatever. But that's awesome that you're there for your kids, man, because
That's huge.
And you got the opportunity to see it and make up for what you missed before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, agreed.
So, being the level that you are, and you did all of the touring early on, did you find that you had to find outside love from outside of your town and outside of your area, or did your area support you from the jump?
No, 100%. To this day, like I've done. I think I did my first local show about maybe 6 months ago, and it was over 10 years. I want to say. No, I did one back in 2015. I did a local show, but before that, I want to say like 2011 or 2012 might have been the last like
Wow.
local show in like my town. Maybe.
Wow.
I've always had to go outside the state or outside the country. It's never been, uh, uh, yeah, like a lot of artists solidify their hometown and lock it down and become like a problem and then move further. It was never immediately with me. It was
The
I'm flying
opposite.
to different places.
That's awesome. That's what's
driving.
up.
Yeah, because a lot of artists we interview and things, they're running into, you know, we get more respect from outside of our community than we do within our community. So you
Yeah,
kind
100%.
of skipped over that pond and moved on. That's a
Right.
good choice.
Absolutely.
So what are you as far as you say you're creating content? Is it just music that you're creating, or you got other things that you got doing, or what all content are you creating?
I do music. I like a lot of people don't realize this. Like when it comes to it's inevitably music, but a lot of people don't realize this is I literally am a one-stop shop. I record my music, I mix my music, I master my music. Me and my buddy Bredwin DeVille, like he does my videos, but I'm hands-on. Like there's been videos that I've edited front to back right alongside with him. And before Bredwin was doing my videos, I was doing them. I'm doing my graphics. I'm doing the promotions. I'm doing my websites. Everything that it takes to be an artist, I'm doing on my own. You know what I mean?
Nice, dude.
Minus like, you know, when I was with Dirt Rock and now I'm with Mako, they do help. They give me that extra push. But like when it comes down to the creative process of it, like writing the song, that shit's easy. Mixing a song, it takes time. Mastering a song, it takes time. Doing the video takes time. Graphics. I'm doing everything there is to get that song to the person. It's not just recording the song and letting 30 other people handle it.
Dude, you've so got my attention right now, hardcore, because I'm kind of in the same boat. What do you use to your DAW, and what program are you using?
Right now, I've been running Logic Pro.
Okay.
For about, I want to say, since 2017.
Okay.
I was very one track minded. I started out on Cool Edit Pro. If you've been doing this a long time,
Yeah.
you know Cool Edit Pro.
I've never used Cool Edit. I've done
Audition.
I did. I've done Audition. I really like Sonar. I like Cakewalk's Sonar. I got the X series. They're actually now I don't remember what version it is now, but I really love the Sonar versions. But I've used in other studios Logic, and I like Logic, so that's cool. I was but see, like I master with SoundForge. I don't
I've
know.
heard of SoundForge.
Yeah, Sony SoundForge, or it was Sony. I think they might have got rid of it, but right on.
You're right. I remember having that with Vegas, and that came with it, I believe.
Yeah, it's really it's before it was really good on mastering, but it has I've never used it for tracking, but mastering it's really great tool. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I only sell the stuff. I work. Yeah, you don't know this because you never answer your phone, and and I think your voicemail's full. But I'm your gear advisor for Guitar Center and Musician's Friend.
Oh, really?
So if you need any equipment, you're talking about Logic and everything like that. I understand what you guys are talking about, but I'm really enjoying the geeking out, talking about the specifics, because I get to learn a whole lot more. So that's pretty cool.
But it's cool.
I had like a 2-album period where I used Sonar. I went from like Cool Edit and Adobe Audition 1.5 are pretty much the exact same program.
Okay.
Adobe bought it out. But for like 10 years, 12 years, I used Adobe Audition, Cool Edit. And then I switched over to Sonar. My buddy Wes Nile put me onto it.
Okay.
And it was like I was using just I knew compression, EQ, and volume. But I didn't understand. I understood compression, compressed. I understood EQ. but I didn't know what to do.
Right.
I had just presets I put on it, and I let it go, and I adjust the volumes. When I moved over to Logic, it was like none of the presets I used worked anymore. They didn't sound right. So I literally had to learn recording fundamentals and mixing fundamentals from the ground up.
Okay.
And to this day, every song I mix is not the same thing. I put a little template on there, and then I go in there and gut it out from the top with how I'm going to EQ this vocal with the approach of how I sang it or rapped it, or the aggression in it is determining how much I'm going to compress it. Right. And I before that, man, it was just ABC, ABC, ABC. And now it's one of those things where like going to mix it is like, it's a job from the ground up, which I enjoy though. I do enjoy mixing.
It is a job. I had my little studio that kind of crumbled on me. I had a tree fall on my stuff, and it put me behind. I'm just now starting to get everything back going. I had water pouring in on equipment. Like, it was terrible. Luckily, I had enough stuff higher that it didn't tear up everything. But it was a nice little fun time. So, but as far as your videos, are you on the Adobe? Do you Premiere Pro and After Effects and all that jazz, or what do you?
I use when I do it. I'll be honest with you. The last video I think I touched was Moonlight.
Okay.
And that was last year. For the most part, like we did this transition where I was my brother started out doing my videos, and then it went to me doing my videos for years. And then me and Bredwin DeVille, like, we started this like little video production thing, and we were hand in hand, shooting, editing. Whenever I had a video, I would want to edit it. And I slowly kind of let go of it, like let go and let Jesus take the wheel. And Bredwin just like surpassed anything I could do. So for the most part, I just stay away from it. I trust his instincts. He knows what I like. He sees what I want to see. And he does great with it. That's
great having a team to depend on.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
It's very hard to find a good solid foundation who's going to be loyal and has great work. Like, that's really hard to find. So that's awesome.
Sorry for all our fans out there. We completely geeked out for a second, and I had to have my moment.
You would think it's like this unspoken bond and stuff like that when we're working. I'll be like it's like so professional, but I'll be like, yo, Bredwin, we should shoot it like this. I want to do a close up, and then he'll look over at me and go, "Shut the fuck up, I know." And then the bad part is before I explain it, he like shoots it and actually does know. So.
That's awesome.
Man, that's dope, man. I'm glad to hear that.
He's an asshole.
It's all right. It's all right, though. But it's an asshole you trust, right?
Exactly.
And then, you got to have, sometimes you got to have that asshole to kind of put you in place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what type of process do you go through? Do you make the beat and then write the song, or you write the song and you already have a beat in your head and you create it? Like, what's your process?
That's one thing I don't do. I don't do production. I can do production. I'm just not great at it by any means. I've done production for other artists here and there, but I'm not great at it. I've always treated music like this, and this, like, maybe about 10 years ago became this. I always go music. Music's the first thing that happens. I listen to a bunch of production beats, different beat makers, or certain producers that I think have a sound I go for. So I go through their beats. I go through their catalog. As I'm listening, I pull out my phone. And it always, for me, always goes music. The next thing in line is melody. Okay. The melody, the way you're going to approach it, the cadence you're going to attack the track in, right. The way you're going to sing the way you're going to approach the verse. Last thing that comes is lyrics to me. The last thing. I get that. I know I could rap good. I know I could fucking when it sits down and it's time to come up with lyrics, I know I'm good at that. What I want is I want a song that's going to grab people when they listen to it. They're going to get caught in by the music, they're going to get caught in by the melody, and then they're going to get caught in by the lyrics and the emotion of the way it's delivered. And by doing that, you got to have those first things perfect. They've got to be right. And I thought I was crazy how I did it like that. And then like like in the past like 3-4 years, I've seen like little seminars where it's like, what's that guy, Tom Segura from like Blink-182 and Mike Shinoda.
Yeah.
They do seminars of writing a song, and it's the same process. They make the music, they come up with a melody. You try to stray away from vowels, like da 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 da. If you start going oh road, you're gonna want to write something with oh road.
Right. It locks you into that mindset
with your lyrics. So I try to switch. Why I'm mumbling bullshit, I try to switch up the vowels that I'm using. And then lastly, once I get that, I don't write. Like I don't actually write my lyrics out.
Yeah.
I think them in my head. So what I do is once I do that core structure of how I think the song should build, verse wise, the energy, how a pocket should be, then the hook, I go in there and I just start thinking of the lyrics in my head, and I just record them out, listening to the take I did, going, okay, now here's where it goes. Okay, what do I want to say right here? And I record it. What do I want to say right here? Record it. What do I want to say right here? Record. And I build a song like that. It's very backwards and non-conventional, but it works for me.
But it completely makes sense. When my guys will sit there and jam out stuff, and it's like, hey, oh, right there, that right there, I like that. Keep that, put that in play, and like you said, but I have a bad habit. I'll continue to do it, even though I know not to. Is sit there and hit it with the da 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 da, like trying to get the melody and get everything going. But I'll have a tendency where I'll start just throwing words out there, and then it backfires on me because I might I'll lock myself into the words, and it's like, shit, I got to get that out of my mind. And if I do it too much, then it's almost locked in my head. So yeah, I get that.
There's nothing wrong with that though.
It can be. It depends. If I'm wanting to get it out of my head, I'd like, oh God, it sucks. I don't want that. And sometimes it's like, motherfucker, why did I do that?
I've watched him record before.
I'm the worst on me. Do you record your own vocals by yourself?
Yeah.
I am, man. I will delete my shit when I shouldn't. Oh, that sucks. Dude, what are you doing, man? No, that's I'm really hard. I'm my own worst enemy when I have to record it and almost walk away and then come back
sometimes
to it.
Have to.
Yeah.
I sometimes have to. There's times where I just did while you guys were calling me, and because I forgot to do the interview. Yeah. I was recording a song, and it was a hook I recorded like 3 days ago, and as I was recording the hook, I'm like, this isn't good. It's not good. But I forced myself to do it just because I like to be productive.
Right.
So I do it, and then I recorded a song this afternoon. I sent to Bravo, and Bravo's like, "Yo, this is dope." I was like, you know what? I'm in a mood. Let me go try to record something else. I walked in there and I saw the recent session. I go, let me see what that sounds like. And I listened to it. And I was like, this is dope. But 4 days ago, it was awful.
Right.
And by hearing it today, giving it fresh ears, I was like, yo, I got this pocket. And I started coming up with the same way I'd come up with a melody for a chorus. I gave myself a little humming track or a mumble track of how I want to approach the verse, the cadence. Yeah. And I recorded it, and I just started punching in the lyrics, like as you guys were calling.
Dude, that is awesome.
Sorry about that. A little interruption.
You're good. You're good.
Take a break.
Oh, you're good.
So speaking of shooting it off to Bravo, as I was lurking under your front porch, I came across a song about a month ago that you did with Savannah Dexter, Jack Daniels.
Ooh. Can we go ahead and play that?
Now, whose idea was it? Whose initial idea?
For the song?
Yes.
To be honest with you, I don't remember what month it was I signed to Mako, but it was like maybe like May or something like that.
Okay.
And as I've been sending songs, I would send out, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? Which, to be honest with you, like on a total side note, I'm a very confident artist. Like I'm not on social media like normal people and shit like that, but like I'm confident as fuck in what I do, and I know I'm good at what I do and with what I do. And I'm sending this stuff to Bravo, and he's like, "Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I love that. That's good. That's good." And I kept sending songs, and there was a few songs I sent. He's like, "Oh, I love this. This is the greatest song in the world." And then I sent at first Jack Daniels was called "Means to an End," and I sent it over to Bravo, and he immediately writes back and he's like, "Bro, this song's incredible." And I was like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "That's weird. Like, I would never expect him to like that type of song."
Right.
And then like 2 seconds later, like he's like, "Sav wants on this." I was like, "For real?" I was like, "Yeah, okay, let me go do a verse." So like 30 minutes later, I sent him the verse and he's like, "Perfect." And then like a couple days later, Sav sent her verse, and it's just a thing bouncing off ideas. When we send the right song, I know I was in the studio with Sav and she was writing a song with Wes on the acoustic guitar, and I was listening to it, and at first I was like hesitant. I was like, it's kind of not my cup of tea. And then they built the song, and I immediately, after it was built, I like walked in the room. I'm like, "Sav, I'm not trying to overstep the boundaries, but I want this song." And she's like, "Oh, I really didn't want no one on it." Then I ended up giving it to me.
Nice.
That is awesome.
So real quick, we're going to go ahead and
It's all about the vibe, I guess.
we're going to go ahead and play it for our fans.
All right.
So everybody, this is Hard Target and Savannah Dexter, Jack Daniels.
Yeah. Try to wash away my problems, a bottle at a time. And the truth is hard to swallow, but now when followed by shine. You thought that I might be fine, impossibly up my mind. You gave me an ultimatum, but baby, I crossed the line. And it's plain to see it's my fault. I stand back up, but I fall. I'm working with these demons, and they never have a night off. 1 minute say you love me, then the next you saying fuck me. In that moment, it was beautiful, but now it's getting ugly. And I told you I'm a change man, no wonder you don't trust me. Every time I say I quit, I grab that bottle and I'm chugging. Say you close to being done, I understand now why you running. Everything I thought I needed versus everything I wanted, bartender, keep them coming. 'Cause I found my soul at the bottom of a whiskey glass again. I drank away the man I once was, just to find a means to an end. 'Cause I have lost my way. There ain't no coming back, there ain't no
That's dope.
coming back. I know the price I paid. There ain't no coming back, ain't no coming back home this time.
Boy, I can't keep living this way. You keep playing with my heart, 'cause you keep thinking I'll stay. Empty promises and battles, boy, this shit ain't okay. I give chance after chance and you just drank it away. You fail to understand what you keep doing to me. So dealing with your shit is all the proof that you need. Am I dumb to think the change is real? You don't give a fuck the way it makes me feel. I don't deserve it, I'm hurting. Your state of mind is concerning. The ultimatums ain't working, the altercations just worsen. You search for help, then start diverting. Now our future's uncertain. I told you you gon' have to pick between me or the bourbon, you said.
'Cause I found my soul at the bottom of a whiskey glass again. I drank away the man I once was, just to find a means to an end. 'Cause I have lost my way. There ain't no coming back, there ain't no coming back. I know the price I paid. There ain't no coming back, ain't no coming back home this time. 'Cause I found my soul at the bottom of a whiskey glass again. I drank away the man I once was, just to find a means to an end. 'Cause I have lost my way. There ain't no coming back, there ain't no coming back. I know the price I paid. There ain't no coming back, ain't no coming back home this time.
I love it.
That is awesome.
I do. I love it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys came together on
And
that one.
And that hit home for so many people.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's a reality on all kind of different levels. So I mean, that's awesome. That's great.
And I like how you guys, how you guys played the song and the video itself being separate from a guy's perspective, from a girl's perspective. You know what I mean? That was really cool. That was very good idea in shooting that.
That was all Bravo and Ghost. That's the first time I've worked with the other director outside of Breadwin in 5-6 years. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
But you know that solidified. You know what I mean? That solidified with you guys, and now I hope, God, I would love to hear you and Bravo on something fresh.
Yeah.
So what we got in store? What surprises is kind of floating out there for Hard Target? What's coming in the future?
So far with Mako, I've dropped 3 singles. I have the 4th one shot. I think I'm probably gonna put it out next week.
Ooh.
I plan on doing one more song off this album that I'm gonna put out.
Okay.
I haven't released the cover or the album title or anything yet, but I think I'm doing. There's gonna be 8 songs on it. I'm doing 5 of the total of 5 videos. And I'm already halfway done with the 2nd album, to be honest with you.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
That's dope.
That is that is awesome. And with everything that you do, like, you are constantly busy, aren't you?
I'm trying to. Without touring, the content's the major thing. I have to continue to put out content if I'm not touring, because that extra income is.
So what pays on this situation? So like, you're doing the music, is it what sells online, like your iTunes, or I mean, where are you
streaming?
Just streaming.
Selling music is like, don't get me wrong, people still sell like digital downloads and stuff. There's still a market for that, but for the most part, everything's streaming. It's Apple, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube. It's streaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And make sure you jump over to the YouTube, subscribe, rate, review, grab a song, put it on your page. Maybe you don't like it, but guess what? There could be 5 other people that do.
Share the love. From where you're sitting, what is your best way at going about marketing on YouTube to bring that channel up, or any of the marketing of any of the social medias? What have you found success doing?
What do you think the best successful tactic is, or will you reword the question?
Okay, so what have you found to be the most successful way to market on these social medias, on Spotify or YouTube or Facebook, any of them? What has worked the best for you?
The simplest answer is just consistent content, because there's no right or wrong answer. Like, I've had people that will say like, "Hey man, how do I get my song to get a lot of views?" And it's like, if I knew, I would do that on all my songs. I just put out a video called Deja Vu about 3 weeks ago. And to me, it's one of the best songs I've ever done. The video is remarkable. It's got and it's not a bad number. I don't want to make it seem like it's a bad number, but for me, it's an awful number. It hasn't broken 60,000 views in 3 weeks. It's going on a month. It is literally my worst performing song of all time. It's just, but it's one of the best songs, one of the best videos I've ever done. And in my head, I'm going, "This is great. Everyone should love it." It's not how it works. Yeah. It's like.
But it's timing too. We're right here. We're getting ready to go into fall. You know, people are actually able to get out and do things that they are able to do. So I think that was timing, honestly.
I'll be honest with you. I think it's luck of the draw. If you got a YouTube channel that is melting because it's firing on all cylinders, and you have a great product that you can continuously flood into it, then the whole timing issue and luck, all that's out the a window. But a lot of it it's just luck of the draw. If you title it right, if you put the right thumbnail on it, you put the right tags in it, if it sneaks into that algorithm, it can go. It could 100% go.
Right.
Like, unless you're going to put money into it, and that's what I'm not going to do. The only money I'll use marketing is on like Facebook ads, and even that I don't do it no more. If it's gonna go, it's gonna go.
Right.
Like, some of my biggest songs had $0 put behind them.
Right.
And it's like, why am I gonna put $500, $1,000 on a Facebook post on this song? But this song that I randomly released outperformed it by 10 times. You know what I mean? It makes no sense.
So do you?
Sometimes it's just luck of the draw.
So do you, on some of these better performing tracks, do you feel like if there was sponsored ads on top of it as well, that it wouldn't have been that much more, or do you think it wouldn't have mattered?
No, I'll be whatever I say doesn't make it right.
You know what? I'm right with you. I get what you're saying though, but
my opinion is no. If someone was to come in and go, hey man, I got some ideas. I want to change the tags around on Chevrolet and change the thumbnail and then put some money behind it, I would slap the shit out of them. No, that thing's going. Leave it alone. Let it go. Now the job isn't to try to make Chevrolet make more money. The job is to make 6 more songs match the energy it did. And you know what I mean? Like, I can record music. I got a good, solid team behind me that believes in my music and believes in what I'm doing. I'm not going to get caught up on one song. That Deja Vu stuff, that's one of 40, 50 things that, like, over the years broke my heart. Like, damn, that didn't do good. But move on.
Well, I've listened to Deja Vu, and actually I made an animation for a promo piece for the show for tonight, and I took a snippet of Deja Vu and put that in there, and it's awesome song. I wouldn't understand why it wouldn't be taken off, because it's really good. So I mean, I get it.
Hey man, it's like this. I think I could give you an example why I don't think it worked.
Okay.
Soldier Boy. We'll go with Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy, or no, D4L. Shake that Laffy Taffy. Shake that Laffy Taffy. Like, no one knows they exist. They put out Shake That Laffy Taffy. That shit's fire. It's millions of views. It goes platinum. Then they put out a song called I'm Crying in the Shower. My heart hurts and my feelings are broken. Everyone's gonna be like, bitch, I didn't sign up for this.
Right.
I want you to shake the candy.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna want. And I know what it is. Before, like, my big records like Chevrolet or America's Fuck or All Day, like, I had like more like heartfelt stuff. That's all I record 90% of the time is the real life heartfelt stuff. Every once in a while I'll sneak in me being an asshole pissing in the yard. And then one of those songs took off, and now that all these people came in here, they're ready to watch me pick my nose in a Burger King lunch line. They don't give a fuck about me, my feelings. They don't give a fuck about what I go through on my hard times and shit like that. They want to see me in a fucking American flag beach robe out in front of my house with a fucking AR-15 and a girl shaking her ass in a bikini.
Yes.
Yes.
That is the best.
That was my afternoon.
Who am I to deny them that?
That is awesome. That's how I spend every day. What are you talking about? Is that not normal for you? Mine's just a 9mm Uzi though. It's not AR.
Oh my goodness. This is hilarious. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
There'll come a day where those songs have their day in court and people appreciate them for what they are. I'm not mad at it, man. It's just how this game rolls, man.
Right on.
absolutely. And you've been in the game for a long time.
Old as fuck.
Well, to be fair, you're actually younger than both of us, so.
Oh, well, hey, speak for yourself. Old woman.
Oh my God! Don't even start your shit. Don't even start your shit. Yeah.
So do you? I mean, I know you said you're avoiding any shows, but do you have anything that's kind of floating and scheduled to jump on stage?
Man, I definitely got. I got damn, let me open up. This Thursday, I'll be in Gainesville at the High Dive with Overtime.
Okay.
And then I'll be in, and then this Saturday over Gainesville, Florida at the High Dive. And then Saturday, I'll be at Sadler Ranch in Fernandina Beach with Overtime opening up. But I do have a show. Give me 1 second. I don't know the exact date off the top of my head. I'm going to get crucified if I say it wrong.
Gotcha.
Kinland. It is. I'm not going to remember this damn thing.
Guys, also make sure you go and subscribe, rate, review, go stream, go to your favorite music streaming platform.
Go everywhere. Like, subscribe, share, comment. I tell you what, we love talking to our fans.
Yep.
And go through and comment.
October 15th and 17th.
15th and 17th.
Okay. And
I'll be in Pennsylvania with for Weekend at Dirty's.
I've seen that
on my Facebook.
Oh,
It's on Dirty.
Stacy.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a fucking literally a drunken
she's on here
mess. It's gonna be awesome.
Hey, Stacy, did you hear that? Our time's going to be up there near your direction there. We're just telling you. Aunt Miranda and Uncle Joe's telling you.
Yep. Hi, Lacey.
She posted that earlier.
I know.
I seen the flyer from that event, so that looks like a good time.
That's awesome.
A lot of great acts on that.
And not, from what I understand, not a lot of hip hop or country rap or be it whatever genre you're in. I think Pennsylvania is a desert or something because here, Stacy,
Hey, you know what? I'm starting promotions at a new venue out here, and one of my nights I was trying to schedule kind of a country rap, hip hop, kind of that, and man, a desert, brother. A desert or and like it's a new venue, so I'm working with numbers with the owner, and I got to prove it's going to make money before I can pull bigger acts. And hey guys, sorry, we're right on the window and people are taking pictures. But man, out here. I was surprised. I really thought, because we've been doing interviews now for 2.5 years. This is actually episode 81 or 82, somewhere around there. And
you were one of the first ones, so I wanted to make up for it because we were so
green. Even though it seemed like you jumped on and we had like a million technical issues, but it's not as many people as I thought would be, because locally, like I have a rock night and I had 200 bands. It was like, hey guys, we're down to play, and they were. Oh, okay, right on. That I can really, work with this. And then I'm pushing this country rap night. I'm like, are you serious? Or I got people that, we'll come down, but it's so many thousands and hotel rooms and stuff. And it's like, for my first few in this venue, I got to prove that's going to sell before I drop that kind of money. I got to make sure that I'm going to pull that kind of crowd to appease the owner, because I really want to take this off. I really see this being a great place to expand, and I don't want to mess that up by, first show. It's like, oh, well, that was great. I didn't make shit. Thanks. So I want to be, so it's the artists are a little few and far between
right now
in this genre. There's a bunch out there, but in different areas, but scattered across the country. But when
and
you
then
start
there's
doing,
also a bunch of junk out there. Let's just be real.
There's oversaturation, and that's in every genre. There's oversaturation because anybody with a phone that can do something can, and definitely not dogging anybody that's trying to make it. That is definitely not what I mean. But if you go into, and you're just like, man, I really like so and so. I really like Jelly Roll. I want to see more of this. And you start looking. Sometimes you got to kind of dig through some shit to get to that diamond. And I think that really kind of hurts the genre, but I think it hurts a lot of genres because of that. But I think the numbers of
every genre.
Yeah. So, but they're out there.
Right. Yeah. So, I know you had a different story before.
Ooh, real quick before we, Stacy from PA said, "Where is it at in PA, in Pennsylvania?"
It's on
if not, I'll try to find the flyer for, because I did see that, because it looks like Weekends at Bernie's. The cover looks like Weekend
Yeah.
at Birdies. It's
Yeah.
Weekend at Duty. Was it Dirties?
I designed the damn thing. I'm an idiot.
Did you? That's pretty creative. I dug it, dude.
Okay, hold on.
That was awesome. Did you like illustrate?
I didn't do the drawing. No. I just put together like the illustration was done by Mick Nasty.
Oh, okay.
I just put together like the logo and all that stuff. I designed like all the wording and placing all the bullshit there.
Gotcha.
It is in Gardner's, PA.
Gardner's, PA, Stacy. If you're hearing us, I like the I can't pull up the whole thing. It's
I
really
see
creative.
it.
It almost looked
That's-
like a Caesar Beaver kind of animation.
Oh, don't put that on him.
Well, he does
There
a lot.
we go.
There you go. You can see it. Kind of. I mean, the
It does.
actual cartoon outlines he does of artists that looks a lot like stuff he does.
Oh, I don't
like
know.
that.
I've seen a couple of those things.
That's cool.
I got you. That's
like
cool.
That.
It's really cool.
That's awesome. So there has to be another one. There just has to be. And
Another one. Another
yes.
what?
Your most embarrassing moment at an event or a venue that you remember.
What was the first one I said?
Oh, no.
Are you talking? Did we, back in the day, was we doing that when he first came through?
I
What's
think
up, guy?
so. I think so. But yeah,
We'll just act like, you know what, because that was so early on. Let's just go. What is the most embarrassing moment at an event?
I know I fell on stage. I think twice, maybe 3 times. That was pretty embarrassing.
What was you drinking at that moment?
yeah,
Was it Fireball?
It was a Fireball.
I don't drink that shit. I hate it.
There for a while, it was almost like it was like.
it started
Well,
with
I did this and
Fireball.
I shit my pants, but I had a bunch of Fireball. What? What? Oh.
Oh no, we've took motherfucking baths in venue sinks before. We're on them long trips.
Uh-huh.
We show up towards like the night before. You couldn't even get a hotel, and we're in a shitty RV.
Uh-huh.
We get to the venue. There's no green room. We head straight to the thing, hang up our clothes and shit up on the porta potty. We'd be over there taking a bird bath in the sink in the bathroom.
That's how you have to do it, though.
One of my buddies out at oh my God, not Sleep Signals. Those are my buddies out Colorado. Shadow Falls. No, what was the one we had on the show? Oh my God. Anyway, they would have. There's like 4 of them, and 2 of them would have Planet Fitness memberships.
Yeah,
And do it where you can take multiple people. So they would go stop at wherever their event's at, hit Planet Fitness, go ahead and work out a little bit, take their
a
showers,
shower.
clean up before their show,
That's smart.
and then and go. But
That-
I mean, but I know what you're. I mean, I've been there. Like, oh my God, dude,
that's
we've been in that van for 2 days, dude. You stink, motherfucker.
Oh, God.
How is it? So, is it straining on relationships when you guys have to be that close together for that long of a period of time?
Yeah, I mean, with like me and my wife.
Well, you're away from her, right?
Well, I think.
Oh, you mean like with people I'm with?
The people that you're with.
Yeah. Yeah. There's been I will say this. I've personally not been in a fight with any of my the people I've been on the road with. It's been close calls, but never been in a fight. I've always been pretty much real level-headed. Not to say the other guy. To say the other guys weren't is probably a factual. But yeah, I've definitely been on the road with a few guys for a long period of times, and they beat the hell out of each other or other people in the other bands.
I see that shit too. What's the longest tour, like from the time you left home to the time you got back home? What's the longest gap of time
I
that
think
you were gone?
Racket County, the first Racket County tour, because I believe it was like 2.5 months. We got in, that was one where we started out in that RV actually, and we like went the southwest, curved around, went up to the top, northwest, north central, then all the way back down southeast or whatever. But that was like 2.5 months, and that was rough.
Wow.
There was definitely a couple fist fights on that, but it was also like I'll say this. This is the tour I'm speaking about with all this stuff is with me, Simple Man, and West Nile. We used to be in a group together, and we had a couple albums we did together. And I remember looking back at it, but I remember the mindset I had when we were doing those tours. I hated it. I was angry at Wes. I was angry at Simple Man. When we first started, it was all love and fun, and they got to the point where we didn't like each other. We were getting fucking pissy with each other. We have our moments where it was fun. We were having a good time. And then I look back at it now, and I could honestly say those were some of the best times of my life, hands down. Even when we were pissed off and hated everything, it was some of the best times of our life because we were just like, every night it was a new city. We were getting mad at each other, who got to sleep on the bed this night, or who's got to drive for the next 6 hours. It was, there's something about that you can't get back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you heard at the beginning of this interview, I'm like, I'm not doing a show. Fuck that. I'm avoiding them like I'm like, I was over here like, dick, do I gotta suck to go on tour? I was like, that's how happy we were about it. And looking back at it, we had a great time on stage.
Yeah.
A great camaraderie when we were on that stage. We had a little bullshit when we were off stage, but inevitably it was fun, man. It was a beautiful time, and I'm very thankful for those shitty shows and shitty nights I had with those two.
That's awesome, though. But it
That's
brought you
super
guys
awesome.
closer together eventually, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, I ended up going, all right, not doing the group no more. Sorry, guys. I'm going back solo. And it was this awkward phase for like 3-4 months. And then it's like, I'm close. I talk to Simple Man every single day. I talk to Wes all the time. I still do music with Wes. I still do music with Simple Man. We still do shows here and there. You know what I mean? I
Right.
love those motherfuckers.
I do need a favor. If you would hit Savannah Dexter up or Bravo,
Hey,
it would be
Savannah.
awesome. It would be awesome to have her on. She was on a live feed, and I chimed in, and she knew my name, which kind of shocked me. And I hit her up immediately, and I think she's just so busy that she doesn't look at her messages, or it gets so bombarded that you can't weed through them all. But that would be awesome if you would let her know, yes, I really do want her on. And if Bravo needs to be on too, we will do 2 separate shows. We don't have to do a show together.
Yeah, I'll definitely say something next time I speak to him.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah, we got. I've been talking to Overtime, and he's like 2.5 month tour right now that you're jumping on down there in Florida. He's been all over the place, and so I'm hoping that we can line it up because there was a little bit of a schedule. We were trying to get him before tour, and we were trying to figure out a different day because Monday night for him out in, I think, Wisconsin, Montana, somewhere out there where he's at, the time change, he's in the middle of stuff. He's like, man, I can't do it right then. How about later? So we were able to finagle it so we can get him on a different time. So.
Yep. If we can do a Sunday, or that would be awesome.
So we're actually getting right down to the end of our time. I know it's a little bit tweaked than usual. If you can hold tight, we're going to do a promo piece right as soon as we sign off, and we'll get that going. So,
are there any last words that you would like to say?
Any shouts?
I did not exhale.
I did, and it was great.
Man, hey, shout out to Mako Music. I love y'all. Shout out to Brad Windeville, everyone on my team, Dirty, and everybody. Man, I love y'all. God bless you.
There you go.
Awesome. So just mute for just a minute, and we'll come right back to you here in just a few, okay? Thank you so much.
Oh, my God. You know what? The first time we did that, and we were just getting fresh on the scene, you know, it was a good interview.
Yes.
He's always a good time.
He is.
He's got so much knowledge. He's professional as hell. He's got so many stories. It really makes it fun to do our job.
I love being able to pick his brain.
It's awesome.
Yes.
So we're at that time of the evening where we get to do our little sponsors and blah, 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 all that stuff. So, hey, anybody out there looking for your podcast needs, make sure to get a hold of Wyatt here at Wave One Media. He is killing it. He's got several different places to do the shows. He's even got a bank vault if you want to, like, do some kind of, that OnlyFans stuff. We don't talk about that. Anyway, joking. But, no, Wyatt's really great. He works really hard. He's got so many shows going. Hit him up here at Wave One Media. He will take care of you.
Absolutely.
And then all the graphics, all the designs, all the shirts, all the logos. Hey, hit me up at JK Multimedia Productions. I can record your album. I can make your label. I can now even design your shirts and get them printed. Hit me up. We will take care of whatever needs you need. We are a creative agency.
Absolutely. And I do want to give a shout out to One World Transatlantic and
What's up, Greg?
Soul America. Hey, Greg.
All right. Well, that was a great show. It started off, we were all kind of rocky, but it
perfect.
slid in place.
Lined up just perfectly.
Best believe that. It always does. Gets right in that hole. So anyway.
You're so foul as fuck.
So, hey, you know what? Everybody has hated a month.
What is your profession? Problems on the beat. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. Call it luck, I'm just getting what I reap. Should've died, angels kept me on my feet. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. On my grave, I'm not going underneath. I never go another winter without heat. Gotta face it, just can't turn the other cheek. That's why these demons gotta kill me in my sleep. They know me very well, I ain't live no fairy tale. All the work that I put in, they know I ain't gonna tell.